Hello.
How are you today?
Good. Well, it's hump day, right?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Hump
Let
day's
me
nice.
just say
Hump day's
happy
nice.
hump day. Ah, yes. Oh God. How's your day going? Well, you're just starting
I'm
your
just
day, aren't
starting.
you?
hmm
Oh my God.
Literally, this is how I start my day.
I feel like I've already run a marathon. But anywho, welcome, everybody, to the Commentary Zone Noontime Edition. On the docket today, we have Love After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 41, Sex, Dolls, and Booty Calls. Am I on the right show? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, this was the right thing. Sorry. I'm sleepy. I need another cup of coffee. Seriously. Oh my God. Guys, thanks for joining us today. As you come into the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Let me give ours now. I know Jamal's already done it. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. Most importantly, tell a friend and shout out everybody on the replay crew. Okay, Jamal.
This was good. This was just too funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry because they just can't get it together.
You know what I noticed? We saw 5 couples in a 1 hour episode, and it was good. 90 Day does like 6 couples in 2 hours, and sometimes I just want to end it all. Just saying.
Right. No, I
Just
get you,
saying.
but this was good though. This was. I mean, I wish I like the format where it's less couples, so we get more of the storyline. But this wasn't bad. This for me, this episode went by very quick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see who is in the chat so far. Hey, Heidi Black. Hey, Susan. That's you, Jamal. Hey, Vale. So I guess everybody else will come in as we go. So who do you want to start with first?
Let's see. Let's start with Stan and Lisa on this one.
Oh,
No,
God. I'm just hoping this is done. Like,
Mhm.
it was cringy.
So it was just very odd because it's mostly on Stan's behavior for me. His behavior is it's erratic, and I'm not really feeling that because he goes from nice and this and that, and then when he doesn't get his way, he throws a tantrum. Like he
Mm-hmm.
gets really angry with her. I'm like, but sir, you told her she's a bad mother. She met you to smooth things over. She said she wanted things on her terms. You agreed, and you just trying to get her down in the dungeon. She's like, no, I'm not with that. She's still mad at you.
Yeah, but I don't think she thinks she has the upper hand, but I
Mhm.
don't think she really does. And oddly enough, I don't think Stan has it either. It's just very strange what's happening with them. And then getting pulled over by the police, and he always has to give that little dig, when he gets off with a
Mhm.
warning. See what happens when you're a law-abiding citizen, whatever nastiness he said to her. Like, it was a dig at her being
Definitely.
incarcerated, you know? Um I saw it differently, but okay, whatever. Um, they get to the house, and basically it went from 0 to 100, and then we see her walking down the street with her plastic bags.
Yeah, that was just so weird. I understood where she was coming from. I really, really did. But she did come across as demanding, and you could just tell she was trying to basically punish him for the most part.
Or
That's
she's
pretty much
just
what it was.
trying to run the con.
I mean, I don't see her as a con because she's been very straightforward.
Yeah, but basically, like, and here's what it is. He says that they met on seeking arrangements. So you're basically purchasing services, and she's just laying out what her needs are. Is she renegotiating the original agreement from seeking arrangements?
That's fair.
You know, uh, were the arrangements fulfilled from that original agreement? Or was it
Mm,
breach of contract? Is she able to renegotiate now? So this is all business between the two of them. That's how I see it. I don't see this as a relationship. I see this as a business deal.
I can go with that because I keep forgetting they didn't meet on like a prison pen pal site. They actually met on a different website. So I have to remember that.
So they say.
We're gonna go. We're gonna trust that they're telling the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, she just needs to go, because I feel
Yeah,
like if she comes back again, and I know Heidi says that they're going to be back on Life After Lockup. Um, if this was a real situation, real life situation, and not something made for TV, I would say you are really pushing the fates. But I guess they're coming back, so there's going to be more storyline, and hopefully we get to find out more about seekingarrangements.com.
that's what I want to know. If we're being completely honest, I really don't care about any other thing but seeking arrangements. Like, what kind of arrangements can you seek on this website? Like, and what other terms? Are the terms up to the couple? Are they up to like, yeah? What are we seeking here? I
You
just need
know
to know.
what I want to know? This is so bad. What is the cut that corporate of seekingarrangements.com
Why
is taking?
exactly?
Is this like what is it, Natasha in Europe? Is it like
Natasha,
that?
right, right.
Oh Lord, I still don't see her son. That's right. There is no son. There might be a son, but obviously he got over his issue, or there never was an issue to begin with. She was just hamming it up for him in the car to
Mm-hmm.
get more of her friends to come and stay by Stan. Whatever. Oh my God. She does what he needs and wants in that sex dungeon, so therefore she feels that she has the upper hand, especially since he broke down and asked her for another chance. But she did crazy cat mama. She might have done this stuff in the sex dungeon before, but she ain't do it now. She ain't do it now. That's why I think she's trying to renegotiate, because I think the sex dungeon was a surprise before, and in her mind, I'm gonna need more for those types of services.
Those do run pretty penny though. I'm not gonna sit here in front.
Yeah,
That's like on the higher end of the scale.
yeah. When you have, I don't want to say deviant needs, but fetishes. When
Yeah,
you have fetishes, you always pay a premium for fetishes.
yeah. It's just the way. It's the standard.
Mm-hmm. She's a girlfriend now. Lisa has a girlfriend now, Heidi? Oh, nice. Well, she did say the girls like a haircut. Oh, well. Anything else for them?
For them, no. I just want them to kind of like go their separate ways and not be caught in this foolishness because it's not doing either of them well.
Okay. All right. So who's next? We're going to do Brittany and Ray and Courtney and Josh had the least amount of time on this episode.
Let's do Brittany and Ray because I'll play it like this. I don't
Mhm.
root for them. I root for him.
To get away
I
from her?
yes, I root for him to like stay on the straight and narrow, simply because she really is all about herself. I mean, everything is about her and how she feels and what she wants and how she needs it. I'm like, but what about him? And he has a family too, and you're jealous of the family. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like it when people are jealous of family. I just it irks me.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at with them.
She kind of annoys me, so I tend to ignore her. And what I focused on in their little segment was that the awkwardness of them with regards to intimacy. And he said it's been 3.5 years since he's been with a woman. And the first question that came into my mind, but well,
Yep.
wait, what about a
Yeah.
man?
Right.
Um, why are you scared? Like, one would
Why
think
you?
you'd want to be digging up in that.
Well, my thing is, why would you specify
A
woman?
woman.
Yeah.
Yes, that seemed, I might be going
Like
way off on a tangent, but it
like
was just
Nicole did
odd.
though. Remember Nicole said the same thing. I haven't
Mhm.
had sex with a man in X amount of years. I'm like, why do you need to gender specify?
Yeah. And poor Ray. You think he was somebody bitch in jail or in prison?
I wouldn't say that, but he probably is getting his needs met, and it is what it is.
Not if it wasn't the way you wanted it.
I mean, this depends.
Mm, fresh meat. Okay. Courtney and Josh.
Yeah, there are Cam and Jules of the season. Pretty nondescript. Uh,
They
she's
are not Cam and Jules. I'm sorry. Their
of this
relationship
franchise
is
of this franchise.
breaking down.
It is, but it's just starting to break down though. It's just starting to break down. Uh, I mean, with her, what I struggle with Courtney is this: she's not fully owning her situation and the part that she plays in her situation. This is your third marriage, and you're only allegedly 30. So you see no problem with
Allegedly?
so you don't see a problem with that. Three marriages by 30, okay. You don't see a problem with that. And then you also don't see an issue with you losing your very good job for someone who's incarcerated. I mean, it's not like you had a job and y'all met. Like you literally lost your job behind this, and you knew this would happen. I mean, I I can't have sympathy for her and how she feels. I just don't.
Um,
The complaining, the whining, no. And then like
y-
he flushed her ring down the toilet next,
but
next.
my thing is, all of these problems are coming up. He has no sex drive. He's playing the video games, not talking with her. When he does, it's not like how we were seeing it on film.
Hmm.
But yet you're still pushing forward with a
Yes.
wedding.
Hmm.
It was interesting. And why aren't we seeing Josh anymore? What's happening there?
I want to know where her low self esteem is coming from. Because in my opinion, she has very low self esteem. For you to put yourself in this position, I I really feel there's something more there, and I kind of want to know what it is.
Mm-hmm. Did she remember when they were a couple episodes ago at the kitchen table and supposedly planning out their future and stuff like that? Did she bring up any like childhood trauma issues? I think it was her, right?
Was it her?
I think it
I
was.
thought it was them
And
talking about how she needed more from him.
right, but she also, guys in the chat, did Pickle Juice Courtney say in past episodes that she had some childhood traumas or husband traumas or something like that? I might be getting her confused with somebody else. But I think she's damaged goods though, emotionally.
I think so. I really think there's issues there. And she, like I said, she hasn't really dealt with them.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't deal with your issues, plus you take no accountability for the positions you put yourself in,
Mm-hmm.
marriage wise,
Mm-hmm.
that you really can't have a successful relationship because you really need to work on you before you can really love somebody else. Because at this point, she doesn't really love herself. She's just looking for someone to love her, and that's completely different.
Okay, so Heidi's saying husbands. So I think she might have had some issues with the other husband situation she was in.
Okay.
So that could be why she has the lack of self-esteem or something like that. I don't know. She's a complex character, and he is a typical prisoner that's just gotten out. I don't think why she was expecting more from him. Sorry.
Yes, I don't understand. Yeah, it's like she set her expectations a little bit too high,
Mhm. Mhm.
and she's not happy with what she's getting. But, ma'am, again, you put yourself in this position.
See, look, Ryan says so too. Yeah. She's had a really bad past. I think it
Hmm.
is her. Thanks, Ryan. I,
Thanks,
I
Ryan.
think
Yeah,
so.
it has to
Yeah.
be. It has to be.
And then also as a correctional officer, like you should know that these guys are running scams. You should know that when they come out, there's a high percentage of them returning back home to the prison. Like
Yes.
I don't understand why she decided to go down this route and what was so special about this string bean, Josh, that made her think that this was the one that is going to get it right. I don't know. Okay, so Crazy Cat Mama says again, no true emotional connection at all from either side. He's only in it for what he can get before he moves on. If she has any emotions towards him, I've yet to see no communication at all. Hmm.
That's interesting because I know it is, and the only way I could put this, it's desperation at this point.
I
It's
feel that.
she is like she's a person who does not like to be by herself. Like she's not comfortable being single because it seems like she's gone from relationship to relationship to
Mhm.
relationship with no breath. Because again, when you've been married 3 times and you're supposedly 30, like that's a marriage every 3 years since you've been 21. I mean, that's a lot.
Ew.
You know what I mean? Most people don't. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't have 3 relationships by the time they're 30. So this just gives me like desperation vibes.
And this too only has sex a couple of times. Like, again, he was in jail for 11 years and is not interested in her. What is going on? If he's not interested in her, who's he interested in?
Right.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. Anyway, so let's go on to Anissa and Jeff.
This was a whole mess. Like, I, but I don't have any sympathy for Anissa. I can't. Again, she's put up with this. She's put herself in this position. He's first of all, he stood you up twice. Next,
Mm-hmm.
next, and you could just tell he been running scams. Like he's an OG scammer.
Yeah, he said
And
5 other women
right,
that she doesn't have to know about.
right.
Mm-mm-mm.
And I'm sorry. At her age, like she's mature enough, and she has some understanding of life. What are you like? What are you expecting out of him? What are you
I
expecting?
she's she's expecting a forever love, but with the wrong person. Like she
Hmm.
should have learned after the first time he ghosted her.
Right.
But you gave in and gave him a second chance and he ghosted you again. And now this is the third time. And this one's going to hurt the most cuz he's probably going to take everything out of your little trailer when he leaves this time.
Yeah, because he gave you a little bit, and now you sprung.
I know she finally got some.
She was juiced. I was like, okay, go ahead.
But you see the difference because look, he gets out of jail. He was supposed to charge up his ankle bracelet, remember? He was
Hmm.
supposed to charge up his jewelry, but she was like, "Come on, let's go." And he's like, "Okay," put down the plug and hop to the bedroom. I Let's look at Ray. They were in the bedroom and Ray couldn't get out of there fast enough asking for pancakes or some such nonsense. What's happening here? What's happening? She looks old enough to be his mother. Oh, crazy cat mama, you a mess. But she does.
You talking about Courtney, right?
Cour- was that
Crazy cat,
Courtney?
crazy cat. You talking about Courtney or Anissa?
Let me see. No, Jeff looks really bad. He looks the same age as Anissa.
I mean, let's be honest. Like he's been in jail for quite a long time, so he looks a hard 52 because
Hmm.
that age is you get because you combine the incarceration plus he's a drug user, right? He's a drug user, right?
Yeah,
So
that's what he
you
said.
combine those two. I mean, you ain't gonna be looking like oil volley ready. I'm sorry. I'm just
Oh
saying.
my. So Heidi says third time's the charm. He's on a run with a new woman. Good lord. How sad to get some with a man like that. She must be desperate. Yeah, Vale. I agree. I agree.
And the way
Oh,
she made him sound is interesting. So she's like, I like them young. I'm a cougar. And then I'm like, well, you're what, 54, 55. He's 41, 42. That's not really cougarish, ma'am. That's called normal.
mm.
Oh, Heidi says both. Courtney and Anissa look old enough to be their mamas.
And Crazy Cat Mama was
Hmm.
Anissa. My goodness.
Yeah.
He's taken quite a lot of drugs.
That's what I thought. No, that's what I thought. Like,
See, just looking at his teeth alone is a PSA to stay
I
away from
can't.
meth.
I can't look. I don't. When he opens his mouth, I don't look.
It's just gross. It's like I don't know, a gas station toilet. It's gross. Okay, so he's 40 and she's 51. Wait, me and her the same age?
Yeah.
Okay now.
I mean, but the thing is though, when what tends to happen is when you're in a relationship with someone who is how can I say this? Who's incarcerated, you if you're waiting for them, you probably age right along with them.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know
you
what I mean?
do. Mhm. I agree with that. Oh my gosh. So, all right. So they get it on. And Anissa loves it. I got the feeling Jeff felt she was kind of a freak. Like she would do anything.
Yeah, because he was ready. He was too ready.
Yeah. And let's see. And then there was an interesting um get together with Kyle and Jeff. Kyle admits that he was in prison too, and he knows like what kind of shakedowns these guys do in prison,
Hmm.
and he wants to know what did Jeff do the two times that he didn't show up? Why? And Jeff answers him, I did drugs. I wasn't serious because he asked what's different now. And I guess he says he's in love or something. But Jeff is like, I'm going to keep my enemies close.
You talking about Kyle or Jeff?
Jeff says he's going to keep his enemies close, meaning Kyle.
Mm,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, that's what I was. I wasn't watching this part. I was just listening to this part because I was playing a
Hmm.
game. But I was like, that's. I'm like, that sounds like Jeff. But was it? I'm glad you. Thank you for confirming.
Yeah, yeah. But he ended off the scene like looking like he wanted to ask, Jeff wanted to ask Kyle for like some advice.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, good God.
He's like, well, you're a fellow scammer, so maybe you can help me out with this one. I mean, that's the way I would look at it.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, Lord. Crazy Cat Mama thinks that she moves like an old lady, too. Yeah. Yeah. I might move like an old lady. I'm sorry. Hey, Ablavi. Um, I think that was it for them. But I was kind of Why is this woman surrounding herself by former jailbirds? And does she think that
Right.
because Kyle came out of jail and, stuck to the straight and narrow, that Jeff will do the same? Is that her thinking?
Could be. I want to know, have her and Kyle ever hooked up since she likes him young?
I don't know
I,
why I
I
thought
wonder.
Kyle didn't like girls.
I don't know. I'm just curious for him to stick around and be so protective of her. He's like more protecting her more as an ex of some sort.
I don't
I'm just curious.
know. He was like giving opinions on her dress and like her hair and makeup. It just felt more sisterly than.
Hmm. Could be. No. Could be. I could be wrong. I have no problem being wrong on this one. I was just kind of
And why is
curious.
he always over there? If he like, don't he have a girlfriend or
I
something?
mean, that was my point. That was like my main point. Like he's way too comfortable with her, and like he's way too comfortable asking the questions he be asking. Now they're good questions. Don't get me wrong,
hmm
but he's way too comfortable.
I don't know. I just saw him as not liking her in an intimate way.
Okay, I'm
I
not
just
mad.
I just think he sees her as a Judy. Sorry.
Okay.
Um all right, so let's get to Deontay and Nicole. Jesus. Jesus,
Just
take the wheel.
yeah.
Oh
Mm-mm.
my God. Okay, so he picks her up, brings her over. They're having dinner with his mom tonight. This is her first time meeting his mom, Nika. And they get to the house and they start prepping stuff. But she throws out the cost of her new boobage.
Right.
She got a
And we gotta
discount?
talk about that. We gonna talk about that. 6K. Excuse me. 6K. No.
That's
Mm-mm.
really cheap.
That's really cheap. And I want to know, where's this doctor's office located? Is it in a strip mall?
Is
Uh,
this a
I
board certified
I need to know.
physician?
I need
Ooh.
I need certifications. I need degrees. I need a whole lot for this because this is a mess.
Well, I need to
Six
find out
K.
how many like lawsuits this doctor has.
Six
I'm
K.
just saying. And it was at a discount too. She's like, I thought it
Right.
was gonna be 8K. Oh God. Um, I didn't like how she was so happy when he said I'll have to like he's like that's a lot of money, but if I don't pay my rent, I'll make it happen. You dumb dumb.
Yeah.
You dumb dumb.
She's like, you would like not pay your rent and bills for
She
for
was so
me,
happy about
and
that.
he's all, yeah, whatever you need. She's like, oh, oh my, what? I can't even feel bad for him anymore. That's how bad. That's where we are now. At least that's where I'm at. I can't even feel bad for you no more.
Mm-mm.
You're gonna be
Mm-mm.
homeless for her boobs, and she's just gonna shack up with somebody and have another place to stay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Derek when you need him? I needed Derek here for this conversation.
Listen, we made up for the lack of Derek with Nika when she finally show up. Can you imagine Derek and Nika tag teaming? This girl would be eviscerated,
And I would be
honestly.
laughing. I would be laughing because this is gone beyond stupid at this point. Like we understand there's some stupid people on the show. Understandable. People do what they gotta do for love, quote unquote love. But to not pay your bills for somebody else's boobs,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
she's not gonna let you touch them. Okay, sir. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
but wait, when she gets total satisfaction out of him going into debt, possibly getting evicted to give her tutelage, she then decides this is the perfect time to call her friend Tia to wish her happy birthday.
Right.
This girl has balls. She really does. And I'm just like, she goes into his bedroom to have a private conversation now because obviously she's not interested in making dinner. And she starts dogging out Deontay,
Mhm.
Nicole Jr., telling Tia to come and pick her up because she don't feel like meeting his mom. Girl, Why are you gonna ruin my night by not meeting Nika?
Exactly. I'm wanting her to stick to the script.
But Deontay hears everything. Oopsies. And comes in and confronts her.
Hmm.
What do you think about the confrontate?
I was kind of shocked that he actually confronted her. I was surprised because I didn't think he would actually do it since he ain't. I thought he would still be on his best behavior until he got some, but I guess he's sick of it.
Yeah, but you confronted her and then let her get away with it.
Yeah,
So
I
what?
was gonna get to that.
It
What was the
defeated
point?
the purpose. Like, hold your ground. You keep on saying, but you don't mind taking my money though. You don't mind taking all my gifts though. Da 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 da.
Hmm.
But you're not doing anything about it. You're continuing down this relationship path with her, and you don't have a relationship. Deontay, really? Okay. So, mom arrives. Oh my god. Mom arrives. I can't believe she's entertaining this. I really can't. But in her confessionals were gold. Who she say? She says she's just another white blonde stripper type, and it's just what Deontay goes for.
Well, she did not lie.
She calls a thing with her son. I will give her that. Um, During the dinner, she asks Nicole, when Nicole professes her love for Deontay, she goes, "Why do you love my son?" I saw all the gears in Nicole's head come to
Yes,
a crashing stop.
she
She's
could
like,
not figure it out.
what does not compute?"
She could not figure it out.
And so she then says, "Will you raise the wonderful, kind young man?" And Nika was like, "Yeah, I know that, but why do you love him?" God. She couldn't figure it out. Deontay is like, he actually turns to his mom. He's like, I really love her. And if you can't accept her, you can't accept me. She's
Oof.
like, I know you're not talking to me like that.
Right. I was because I was doing something else, and when he said that, I'm like, let me switch back over the screen so I can see these faces. I was like, have you lost your mind?
That was when Nika really showed up. That was when Nika really showed up. And then when it gets to the part where, we ain't having sex yet, and she was like, wait, what? So we as women like sex just as much as men. And so you haven't been intimate with him? Or is it that she's, what did she say? She's
She said
scared.
you
She
have.
doesn't want to be touched. She goes, so you just don't want to be touched in general or just by him?
Yeah, right.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Was that when she said, stop the bus? Stop the bus. Stop the
That
bus.
was hilarious. I hollered at that point because it was a damn shame.
Stop the bus. My God. I just, oh, I, Deontay, I hope this is just for the show. I hope you're being well compensated. Deontay's a dusty. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, I'm kind of with the Blobby on that one. He didn't hit dust status for me. So I'm like, this is insane.
And if they don't hire hair and makeup, we're going to have a problem. I don't know.
A Blobby's all about the production.
Oh my God. So now Deontay's driving, the dinner's over. It's over. Nika has cast her judgment. This girl is the same old thing like what he had last time. And I
Hmm.
guess she's preparing the couch for when he comes back to her place to sleep and
Right.
he broke.
Yeah.
Deontay's driving Nicole home. Um, Did he really say that he thinks Nika liked Nicole?
I thought he was drunk, personally.
What dinner was he at? Oh my god.
He was probably a Nations.
So Nicole thinks that it was a rough dinner, and she thinks Deontay is pressuring her about sex. Um, they get to the house, and he wants to walk her to the door like he normally does, but she goes, "No, no, 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 it's okay. Like, I don't want to get into it with my mom and the dogs and all of that. I'll just get out and go by myself." So he thinks this is odd because he's like, every time for the past week that she's been out, I've walked her to the door. And he sees that she's sitting outside on the porch. So he pulls off down the road, I guess, so that he could do his little marine surveillance. She's on the phone, she's smoking a cigarette, and a car pulls up. Why doesn't he just let this play out? Why did he have to ruin it? Because I don't know if it's an Uber. It looked like she was getting in the front seat. You don't really do that with an Uber as a single passenger. Like, who was that? I couldn't figure out if it was a boy or a girl. Ugh. It was just infuriating. Hold on. And if they don't, has anybody realized Nicole is aging like cottage cheese? Oh my god. Deontay looks like Why You Always Lying music video guy. Crazy Cat Mama says she ain't even really cute. And can we talk about the dinner? I didn't want to talk about the dinner because one, it didn't look appetizing after final plating, and two, is very unhygienic in the prep. Yeah, I'm not one of those people that digs in. I shake out. So I was kind of turned off by that. Can we have cheese with lettuce? I thought it was a taco salad. I wasn't sure what was going on there. It's not something that I enjoy eating, but to each his own. I noticed Mom wasn't eating. She probably had a sour stomach. Let's see. She was getting an Uber to see Tia or Zach. Okay, so y'all think it was a Uber. Okay, so it wasn't one of her paramours picking her up.
Here's the thing, though. I thought the same thing, but she got in the front seat. That's what made me think it was maybe Zach or Tia.
Yeah, that was confusing because at first I thought it was an Uber. And then when she was heading towards the front seat, I started second guessing.
So we saw the same thing.
Yeah.
Look, she's going to the back first, but then she got in the front.
But I thought maybe the pathway connected with the back of the car, but then she came to the front. You would have never come to the front if it were a cab, a Uber, or a Lyft.
Right.
You always get in the back unless it's like more than what can fit in the back seat. It's just very weird. So yeah, he pulls up and he's like, "Nicole, what's going on here?" I think he should have let it played out and then followed them.
He should have followed them.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Anybody notice the thumbs on her butt when she was lap dancing for him? Cat Mama. Are you trying to say she has cellulite? We all have cellulite. Well, wait, she's 24?
Yes. 23, 24.
And she was in jail for 4 years?
Yeah, she went in at 18 or 19. Yep.
Wow. Well, I thought yes, Jamal. Okay. Did she though? Didn't remember her getting in. She didn't get in. She was going towards the front door and she had her hand out to open up the lever to open the door. Anybody notice the bumps on her butt when she was doing that lap dance for him? Seriously nasty. Wait, butt acne or cellulite dimples? Not sure. Let's see. Mishka K says, but she been in jail. Maybe she doesn't know Uber etiquette. I didn't think about that. That's a good point,
That's a good
Misha.
point. That's a good point.
Okay, so look like she has some sort of rash, maybe. Oh my god. Oh.
Mm-mm.
Cellulite is age indiscriminate. That's so true. That's so true. No dimple, maybe pimples. Ooh, crazy cat mama, you a mess. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, that was the end of their segment. So next week should be quite interesting.
I want to know I want to know who that was in the car.
And we'll see the return of Rachel and Doug. That should be good because they weren't on this week.
No.
So maybe they'll get rid of Stan and Lisa next week and bring back on Rachel.
Yeah, because I think Stan and Lisa are kind of done at this point. It's just with them, I just struggle. I really struggle with Stan and Lisa because it's mostly because of his uneven behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Because he gets too mad too easily. I mean, my thing is this: did he like prepay for services in bulk, and he's still working off the last package, and he's upset because she's not fulfilling the services in a timely manner?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that could be it.
I agree with this, Ryan. In Europe, it's so different. Like they don't tip. You can get in the front seat of a taxi. It's like it's different. Um, but yeah, I think this a little bit too elevated for Nicole. Little neek neek. But you have a valid point there. Let's see. The filthy womanizer is back next week. Oh, so I guess that's Doug.
Yeah.
Yes, little Dougie said that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But how does Stan and Lisa end up on Life After Lockup, which starts later this month? Deontay too. Well, we have a wedding to see with Deontay. Unfortunately, it's not his. And we
Mhm.
with Stan and Lisa, I guess they renegotiate their arrangement. That's all I can say. I can see Lisa becoming a madam though, or someone who
Mm-mm.
arranges arrangements.
She could be the booking agent.
Right, kind of like a madam, like getting girls as they come out of prison,
Recruiter.
and yeah, and sorting them out for a fee.
She
I
could be
can
a
see that.
recruiter, but she couldn't be the madam because I would not trust her with my finances. I'm sorry. She could not deal with my money. Because the madams generally deal with the money. I could see her as a high end recruiter, but
But
madam,
they're
no.
still taking their cut too.
Oh yeah, but of course, but they're taking their cut, but they're not the one who actually does the books. You know, what I mean, the madams typically are the ones who do the books, and they keep track of the money. I don't trust Lisa to keep track of the money. Lisa would steal all the money or most of the money.
Good dear. All right, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. But okay, do you think Nicole is pregnant by Deontay? No.
No,
I don't even think she breaks off a piece for him at all. Stan needs a new wig. Oh, Black Lavender. Yes, he does.
he does.
There was a third couple from this season going to be. Wait, was there a third couple from this season going to be on this show? Do you think? Do you think we'll see the breakdown of Rachel and Doug on Life After Lockup? Because they're the only other interesting ones.
I hope. I hate to say this, but I hope so. Because like you said,
Okay.
they are interesting.
Hmm. I fear for Lisa if she goes into the dungeon. I think she can handle herself in the dungeon because uh, I just get the feeling like Stan is in the straitjacket and she's almost a pseudo dominatrix
Right.
pegging him.
And
That's how I see it.
she's been working out in prison, so she's not no lightweight.
She thuggish. Mm. Lisa's the trafficker. Oh, good lord. Okay, I'd be in for a little Dougie spinoff where he just trolls Doug the whole time.
He is too funny though.
Oh my God. Hey, Black Lavender. Yeah, Stan does snap too easily, and I wonder if it's
Mhm.
all like sexual frustration.
It's just weird.
Mm-hmm. Hey, KDR. Um, let's see. Nicole Jr. might be pregnant by.
Stop.
I
That's so not nice.
don't know if sperm would last through a hot dishwasher cycle.
Right.
Yeah. I won't be surprised if Stan and Lisa end up on the evening news.
Yes.
Yes. Brittany is realizing she got a Skittles. Is she though? Is she though? I think she's just caught up in her delusion of having a man 24-hour
Yes.
access to in her home. I don't think she's seeing like the red flags that we are.
She has control issues, and she
Hmm.
feels like as long as she's in control, she can have things her way. I'm like, no.
Lisa's crazy if she goes back to Stan after having all her stuff thrown on the porch. Yup. Let's see. Think Stan is just selfish and probably a prick. Lisa is the one who changed, not Stan. Oh, what do you think about that, Jamal?
Well, Lisa did change. I mean, so we take into account she went to like she was on a little seeking arrangements people. She was working for them, probably part time, and then she met Stan. Then she went to jail. Went to jail again. So yes, going to jail is going to change you. It is what it
Mm-hmm.
is. So she
Mm-hmm.
came out, and what happened is that her mindset has changed. His has not. She's living. Her mindset is now moving forward. His mindset is back to when before she went into jail or prison. How you
Mm-hmm.
say it? So
Mm-hmm.
that's the main issue. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, I agree. She did change, but she's in the present. He's in the past.
Okay. So, do you really think Deontay cleans Nicole Jr. after every use? No.
No.
I think he likes the lubrication,
Mm-mm.
that sticky, sticky stuff. Okay, he's a captain. A captive, sorry. He's a captive. Oh dear. Let's hope not. Brittany was ready for that prison peen. Yes, she
She
was. Yes,
was.
she was. I feel bad for her. I don't think it's gonna spring to attention for her. Ray was scared. Yes, he was. If I drop the link of Blavi, it's got to be quick because I've got like about 10 minutes. Okay, here we go. All right. So what else are you guys saying? Brittany was ready to eat Ray, and Ray was ready to eat pancakes. Yes.
Yeah.
Lisa's sober now. She's not just thinking about getting money to get high. Interesting.
Good call.
Interesting.
That's a very good call.
Mm-hmm. Ray was stalling with those strawberries. Yes.
Mhm.
It's just very odd. Like you said, the distinction. I haven't had intercourse with a woman or
Right.
with a man. Okay. Here we go. Hello, my dear.
I am so mad. You know, I actually watched 90 Day Fiance for 4 minutes yesterday and I didn't call it.
Not for 4 minutes though.
I think I was doing wonderful.
Oh my
Four
goodness.
whole minutes.
4 whole minutes. All
My
right.
But let's get into it. So, Love After Lockup. On the preview, it shows Nicole taking a pregnancy test and it shows pregnant. Now, I don't know whose pregnancy test it was because I don't understand why Deontay would be in this next season.
Agreed. I
God.
totally agree.
But that's not his baby. She'll probably blame it on him, but it's probably Zach's.
But again, Nicole doesn't like the sausage rolls, so I'm confused as to how she got pregnant, anyways.
You
I mean,
sure?
but remember Zach was in her phone. Like she was like that was the person she hit up first. So I think she likes the sausage sometimes, but she prefers a little tilapia. And she's not into Deontay's sausage.
Let me ask you: do you think she's a genie mind? White meat keeps her mean and lean, but she likes her dark meat on the side.
I could go with that. I could go with that.
But didn't she say she never been with a black guy before?
Okay, let's stop the lies. Did you see the picture? The picture was the Pookie Hall of Fame. You don't remember the picture with her and all the guys and the scissor hands and the eyes closed with the hand around her neck?
Oh my
The Coco
God.
picture. You know the Coco picture when she was cheating on Ice-T in Vegas? Come on.
God.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's the kind of picture she was taking when because they were so petty. She said she'd never been with a black guy, and then they show a picture with all these black guys.
Right. They was wrong for that. That's some Bravo type mess right there.
Okay, so Ryan says that she likes sausage, but she just likes tacos better.
But even her girl, like if I didn't know that wasn't a man, I would have thought that was a man. Like she's very boyish looking.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Now let's go into the Deontay. This is a Rayshawn and Daquan in the flesh. You see the Pookie and Ray from his fat and from the past is poking out. But because he's so sexually frustrated, he can't do what a Pookie and Ray does. Because a Pookie and Ray gets woman.
Gotcha.
You know what? My friend and me were talking about this. And this is what we asked because we were being petty. I said I felt like Deontay has never been with a black woman. She feels like he has. What do you think?
No.
You think he's only gone after white women?
Yep.
Well,
For you to go after the same exact woman that took you to the cleaners the first time, like his mama said, he has a type.
And the mother was okay. Let's talk about the food. Can we talk about the food and the fashions, y'all? Why does this mother come on TV like this? Like, I know we're not supposed to talk about people's mother, but I can't with the blonde, honey. The blonde, that's pea yellow. I can't. And then the lipstick, that's bubblegum pink. Like, sis, I'm going to need you to get it together.
Well, we have to, okay, I'm going to give them credit for being them authentic self. That's how I'm going to do it. This is how she is in her everyday life. She's not putting on for the camera. She's like, dag nabbit, this is how I dress and how I like to look, and that's it. So I'm going to give her credit for that.
Yeah, it's her look, and she's had it for a really long time.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to know who his father is, because I can't believe a simp like this was just born one generation through.
Oh.
I can't believe. Yeah, I believe the daddy's a simp too. But then remember, he said his daddy's a Marine. Now, y'all, are we sure he's a Marine or he wasn't a National Guard? Like, I'm really trying to figure it out.
I think he did 4 years and that was it. He was done.
I know, but he said he was a Marine. I feel like he was a National Guard. He said a Marine. He
did. He did say Marine.
Yeah, he did. I remember that.
Because let's take a note on that. Did we remember the Skeletor frame when he took off his shirt and we had to see the branding of the NWA on his chest and his little, it's so funny. He must have shaved because he looked like he had taco meat.
Listen, look, skinny people can be real strong though. He does have some muscle tone.
Because he's skinny.
Yeah. But, look, not everybody has to be like Marine, like SEALs. Like somebody got to man the mess, and serve the food. And he could have been in there doing laundry service. He could have been serving up slop. He could have been cleaning latrines. Yeah. Not everybody is fit.
Listen, he said Marine. He didn't say National Guard.
But you're still a Marine, commando. Whether you
Right.
peeling potatoes or you in SEAL Unit 6 taking down
But I don't
Osama
think
bin
you
Laden.
just go. I don't think you can just go to cook. Like I think you got to go to fight, and then the ones who are good at cooking cook. Like I don't think you can just go and be cook.
Well,
Well,
the medics don't fight.
You're right, but again, a welder making 24 an hour. We know that wasn't what he was doing.
but listen, you go through basic training, you pass at the top of your class or you pass at the bottom of your
Right.
class or you get booted. He probably just barely made the cut. So they was like, okay, so that we ain't liable for him getting hurt, we just gonna put him in the mess hall.
But let's get to the point I really want to see.
Mm-hmm.
I really do think that he's not slow, he's just stupid.
I can go with that one.
Because you see the inner Pookie come out every little once in a while. Like, he pumped up his chest to his mother.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want to know is how Nicole was saying she loved his son and couldn't give no attributes on why she loved him. She said that about 4 times, and I didn't hear any reason why she loved him. She said, I'm with him because I love your son. Why? Because I love your son. Why?
Right. Just why?
And then let me see. Let's talk about the food. What was he cooking? Because I saw pans being moved, but I didn't see no dinner on the plate. I didn't even see the mother. I hope she didn't eat anything because Nicole was being nasty. She went and was playing with those papers, and if you look, the sink was by Deontay. And then she started putting cheese on the lettuce, and then a mountain of cheese. Like, what is this?
I thought I saw some sort of meat. Was it meat on that plate? It just wasn't very appetizing, so I didn't bother to examine further. And like the hygiene had me, or lack thereof. It wasn't a very appetizing meal for me. I'll just say that. And I'm sure that the mama's stomach was too upset to even contemplate eating any of that, so she just left it where it was.
But
Exactly.
she's gonna listen. This is the thing I don't understand about Nicole. She's like, is it just me, or do the women that date Deontay, do they go through some rigorous training? Because don't they always look harder when they leave him than when they found him?
Damn. That's wrong. Not inaccurate, but just wrong. I understand.
I think he's just ridiculous. Now let's go to my favorite two sons, Stan and Lisa. They too old to be acting like this. They are 40 and 50, even though I think, no, they are 40 and 65. Once you become a senior citizen, there's some things you got to let go.
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting here acting a fool because he ain't got any, and I don't understand why he just doesn't pay for a prostitute. He's not above that.
True. Because I feel like he's the type of guy who frequents that. I think a lot of what did he say, 100 and something dates that he's had or whatever, I think a lot of those are interludes in exchange for cash.
Here's what I want to know. When are his daughters going to come and get their father? They need to come and get their father.
Right.
Because he is really messing up your reputation. Can you imagine you living your life, you're married with your grandkids, and you see your father on WE TV, not Bravo, not USA, not E, but WE TV, cutting and carrying on about a convict, and he looking like he's in a same-sex marriage? Come on.
Honestly, do you think his daughters even visit him that much?
No, because he's an a-hole, but I think that it's still embarrassing,
Mm-hmm.
Because you have the same last name.
Well, if they got married, they might not. He said he had girls, right? Yeah. They might have changed their name. So there's a way to disown him.
But I mean, he already told you he had 3 girls. And I'm sure people who've known them, like their husbands and stuff like that, like, people know that this is your father in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
They probably called him after the first episode too. That did y'all know your daddy was on TV? Bet you.
But this is the other thing, because we forgot Nicole went to jail for robbery. That's what we forget.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of rehabilitation is she doing? Because she's still robbing out here.
Well, she's not. Well, technically, she's being given gifts,
Yeah,
so it's
these are
not
all gifts.
robbing.
Listen, when she's sitting here spending his money, like, listen, Nicole is better than me though, because Nicole, see, she's a dumb garden tool. Why are you sitting here knowing you ain't got no marketable skills and you dealing with broke convicts and you don't even get yourself an apartment? At least I could respect Lisa for thinking about an apartment and a car. But Nicole is sitting here just wanting bags, purses, hair extensions, no forward thinking, and boobs.
Nothing
Right.
with any resale value.
Mm-mm.
But maybe she's trying to get the boobs so she can sell it on the corner, because we know that's what she's gonna
Sure.
do.
Yeah, that's the one like thing she's investing in herself. Yeah.
But
Lisa
what?
just want a car so that she could sell it
But we have to
to
realize
get
that
money.
maybe Nicole needs to get the boobs to go back into her former business.
No, you can be flat chested and be a stripper. You can be fine with it. It'll just take her a few times. She would make more as a stripper than sleeping with Deontay or pretending to.
That is true. That is,
And
no,
then,
that's true.
yeah, and then can we talk about Brittany? Y'all, Brittany is really just disrespecting us out here. What was that outfit she was wearing? How are you wearing black and you look a mess still? Black is slimming. I was looking at her. And then let's not get into the hair. That hair she found on her mop and she said, "Ooh, let me just wear it." Yes. Let me just go out. Yes. And then Ray is part of the Skittles community. See, this is what I don't understand. And men, help me out with this. Why do they keep saying, "I haven't been with a woman in so long, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it"? Is that an initiation that I've been doing gay stuff in prison? Because I
We
don't
don't
understand.
know. We asked the same question. Like, why would you say that? Like, why are you differentiating? Like, when Nicole said, like, I haven't been with a man in like 4 years. We're like, why are you different? You just telling on yourself right now. Do not tell on yourself. To me, that just tells me you've been doing some, like, a little action in prison. That's just my opinion. So that's it's the words that you use. You could just said I haven't had sex in X amount of years and been done with it. Will we have looked at you sideways? Of course, because based on the stories we've heard in prison, we would look at you sideways. But we could accept it. But when you say I have not been with a woman, it's like,
Let me
So
ask you, how many years do you think a person has to be in jail before they dip their pond into the same pond? Because Nicole was there 4 years and she had 6 lovers. So how many months you think it takes?
I would say about 3 months, depending on your situation. Like if you're like not the biggest of guys, you may just go along with it not to get your behind beat every day. So it just all depends. Depends on it's situational. With women, like women tend to have that emotional connection. They don't like being alone. They like to cuddle. So I think it's like what, day 4 probably.
Okay, well let's talk about Courtney and Josh, one of the interchangeables. Y'all, they are so mean on my live. You know they call her Fiona.
Not Fiona. Not Fiona.
Fiona. Why is she sitting here looking? Listen, this is what I don't understand. Why is everybody always going dress shopping and have a bad relationship?
I don't understand why she's moving forward with that delusion of a wedding when everything
Exactly.
is falling apart and she herself is the one admitting that it's falling apart.
But when he threw out his ring in jail, you didn't have enough sense to say, you know what, maybe you're not for me.
But that's the desperation peeking through, in my opinion. I really feel that.
Oh yes, Orange is the New Black is very interesting. I think that's where they got the idea of this show, really. But
I didn't think of it that way.
who else was on this episode? Courtney, though, to me, is it just me or does she look a little bit dirty? I keep saying it, like she just needs a good power washing of herself. What is it?
And the house and the dogs and everything just needs a power washing.
They have power wash everything.
Everything. Have you not seen like she got about 15 animals in that house running rampant. Like I can smell wet dog whenever her scenes come on. Like seriously? I would just bulldoze that trailer and start over.
Well, listen, she's trying her best. This is her third marriage. She don't want another one.
Yeah, especially she lost her job over this one. That will always baffle me.
Can I ask you something? This is what I really want to know. She knows he was part of the Skittle community in jail. Because she tried to pull that, it's not because I was sleeping with a prisoner. It was because I was a woman while I lost my job. She knows he was sleeping with male prisoners. Is that attractive to some women?
Yes.
Because they think they could change him.
No, they think no. Part of it, yes, but women think men on men's sex is hot, just like men think women on women's sex is hot. It's just men. We will come out and say it openly, like yes, when we watch two women, it's hot. While you rarely hear women say like, "Damn, two men getting it on is hot." Like
it's not hot. I've tried to watch it all the time. It's not hot. Once I see a beard and a penis, I'm done. I'm done. Delete.
I'll probably like delete. I can't do it.
Oh my god.
When I see you kissing like a pecs, I'm like, okay. What you doing? But then too, I've seen so many Skittles in real life. Maybe that, I see the fallout. But yeah, I guess there are women who find that attractive. But why not be open about? Maybe. Do you think that they have threesomes with men?
I could see it.
You know what I'm waiting for on this show? Them to have a gay couple on this show that both were in prison at the same time.
Oh, that would be nice.
That would be interesting, actually.
Like one gets out, like kind of like the Puppy and Amber.
Yeah.
But with two men, because I'm also interested in that. Or one of their gay lovers in prisons come out and acting a fool and cutting up like a Chevelle and Quaylen type of cut up.
Oh my god.
Oh, Bobby's got good ideas.
Who else was on this? Did we get everybody?
I think so.
Yeah, like you covered everybody. But it was there's like 5 couples. It was a very quick episode, at least for me watching it.
You know what it is? I need them to get to the point, especially with Rachel and Doug, because Dougie is listen, if that ain't a Pookie or Ray Ray, I don't know who is. The way he talked to his sister, I said, this is going to be a ghetto mess. I just don't understand why we have to continuously see Brittany and Ray, and when he's not attracted to females.
Well, we've only just seen that in this past episode.
But they're not on at all. Like, have you noticed? I don't think, like, the scene was so awkward when he got the watermelon and told her to go to the bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Strawberries. Some sort of fruit. Yeah.
I was just thinking they were going to have diarrhea. Oh, no, we missed a couple. The old lady and her old man.
Anissa and Josh.
Okay, so we've got 2 minutes to cover the coot and the and then I've got to pull a hard stop.
Okay, so for them to doesn't it look like Newport? Don't they look like in what is it? Charlie Brown, the Dusty character? That's how they...
Oh, gee whiz.
And don't you think it's weird how he's sitting here trying to flex and pretend? Like, does he see his face?
He thinks he's hot, and I'll never knock somebody's confidence.
He thinks he's hot. He thinks he's hot. And what's wrong with that? Like, thank God they put the towel on the camera, so I didn't have to see a sex scene, because that was disgusting.
Yeah, that was not the cuteness. Sorry.
When all laid up in the bed, just think of it as a pigsty. Like the pigs when they're in the mud and they're honking and they're dripping with sweat.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
What a
that,
visual.
yeah, that was too descriptive for me. I can't handle it.
Well, I'm gonna let you go. And it was a good talk. I'm gonna try 90 Day next week, but I think we'll be to 2 minutes.
Oh dear.
Not for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, because 4 was too much.
Oh my
Oh, when are you
God.
going live next? Just so we know.
Saturday, and then
Saturday? Okay.
go live again on Monday to talk about the Olympics and how NBC is playing with my time.
Gotcha.
Oh
All right.
Lord. All right, guys, don't forget you could catch Ablavi M on her YouTube channel, Ablavi M, and we've put the link in the chat. Okay, Jamal, any final thoughts?
No, another good episode as usual with this show. This show just keeps on giving.
Yes. Guys, leave your comments below. We were really chatty in the live chat today, so I know you have more to share. Leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate everybody who has so far. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. Tell a friend. Hi, everybody on the replay crew. All right, Jamal. Until next time.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye.